Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Will Cheese fail sent in by you, the fans, to Life's a Glitch TV at Temu.com. Mr. Maximus Black.
Yeah.
Hit me up with the sound of 175% tariffs.
It's gonna be great. Big tariffs. 300% for I can't do it. I can't. If it's made in China, if it's made in China, all right, it's gonna be tariffs. They're ripping us off. China.
It's the most beautiful word in the English language.
Tariff.
Tariffs.
Hey, this is a perfect name. I mean, it was just a setup.
It is. This is spectacular.
Spectacular stuff.
Made in China. Top right.
All right.
Red Protoss. Bottom left. Emrak. It's an okay name.
That's all right. It's not as good as Made in China, I'll tell you that right now.
Made in China.
Well, you know, at least it's not made in Canada. We don't make too much here, but, you know, it is what it is.
Oh, shit.
No. Wow, we're starting it off already. He is going for
there
it.
It is.
He is opening up with a forge, and look at this. The sneaky, pesky drone working his way into the base, and there it is. He immediately scouts it.
Okay.
And there's the lings. Now, what you need to do is make sure that this one cannon finishes. Good cancel there from Made in China. And suddenly, this just might not be a knockoff cannon denial. This could be the real deal. This might not be made in China. This could be American made, baby.
Listen, as we all know, all those designer cheeses are actually just made in Chinese factories, and then they're white labeled for the North American audience.
Hell yeah.
So this is just the original legitimate cheese. You've just been lied to for decades, and now you're paying for it the good old-fashioned way.
Well,
both sides look like they're going to get out of this in one piece.
Yes.
You know, obviously, Made in China has a little bit more work ahead of himself to clear this hatchery. It always just sucks, you know, the amount of probes or workers that, you know, depending on who's getting cheesed here, required to kind of like stop this efficiently.
Yeah, but I don't agree.
Sucks. The economy hurts.
It does, and I wouldn't do it this way. Like, only pulling the probes like that is worth it if you can't, for whatever reason, like if you didn't open up with a cannon and you only have like, you've opened up like your standard gateway and you're going to bring out a zealot, then you can pull some probes with the zealot and eventually kill it. But since you've already opened with a forge, it's much better to just throw down an instant pylon, put down one cannon, get your gas going, get your gates going, and just start getting your minerals. Even if the hatch finishes, you almost want it to happen because they're going to create, like when it finishes, they're going to create zerglings, and they may even make a queen, and that makes it so that they're continuously, like they're overextending. Like you're going to hold it no problem. You've literally hard countered a proxy hatch by just opening up forge first. And oftentimes when you do this type of build, it forces the Zerg to almost create a bit of chaos by putting that down there. So never really pull all of your probes if you're opening up with a forge. It's a simple pylon and cannon. It costs you 250 minerals. You're going to lose far more resources by just pulling 7, 8, 9. Some people pull the whole damn line to start attacking a hatchery that you're inevitably going to kill anyway. And oftentimes when you do that and you pull, they'll actually cancel the hatch right before it finishes. So now you've just spent all of those minerals by, well, you didn't spend them, but you didn't collect them, and he's going to receive the majority of the minerals back from getting the cancel off. So, you know, and oftentimes when you put down the pylon and the cannon and they see it, they'll cancel the hatch right before the cannon finishes, and then you can cancel the cannon, and you're out even less. So anyway, I digress. I know I've been yapping, but that's typically what you want to do as a Protoss. Very well played here from Emrak. He went right into Roach Warren and got the stuff out as quickly as possible. And nice play there by Made in China, recalling back those two Stalkers. You really want to keep them alive, especially since you know the Zerg is on one base, and he's immediately teched to Ravagers, what I'd be doing right now as a Protoss, I would be getting my Nexus down, putting down a pylon, and almost holding this ramp, waiting for the Ravagers to come. Because unlike other maps, there's a ramp here, and the Ravagers need to go up the ramp in order to see what's going on. When you already have your Stalkers there, you're going to be able to get off hits, and you're going to be able to hold a lot easier than if it was just a flat terrain.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a bit of extra work here now, but masterfully described, Mr. Black, filling in the time there with the correct maneuvering to get out of this. But regardless, Made in China has managed to keep himself in this. But yeah, it is just it is tough. I'd probably be doing the same thing though. I'd be like pulling every freaking probe, and it's true. You just the economic switch is abysmal. I mean, it is terrible. But this is even more terrible when you overextend your Ravagers and unfortunately meet with a Stalker and a Void Ray coming up the mid, and that's going to clean things up here. And Emrak is actually going to have to put in a little bit of a song and a dance here himself, Mr. Black.
Yeah, no, this is a good attack. He needs to be careful though, because a lot of Lings can kill off your Stalkers, and a couple of Queens will take out your Void Ray, but there is enough here. As long as he doesn't just focus down on the hatch and get fixated on that, now he's fucking up. Made in China starting to look like a knockoff Protoss player at this point, and he loses all of his Stalkers. For what? For nothing. You need to attack the units. He could have actually traded here and killed every single unit because he already has air, and the second Void Ray was already on the way down. Yes, he's still in a good position right now, but losing those 3 Stalkers for virtually nothing wasn't it, bro.
No, highly unfortunate. Now he's going to try to make the best of it.
Oh,
no. He made the worst of a bad situation instead of the best, and lost a Void Ray in the process. Now he's going to go home, 1 Void Ray shy. And this kind of sticks him in an awkward situation for the reasons I was about to mention here. Is just that he's got this second up, but he's behind Emrak in that regard, and he's really going to try to continue to tease a bit here to allow himself to get back into the game with that expansion. But there's so much spore crawler and shit down here that's going to make his life miserable to try to accomplish that. And if he's not careful, he'll lose another Void Ray.
Yeah, I mean, he could get a couple of drones here, so I mean, decent pick, but if you do not have stellar control, you're going to end up losing a Void Ray, and it's not worth it for 1 or 2 drones. What he needs to do with these Void Rays now, look around the map to see if there's any Overlords. He knows that there's one here, and then if not, that's it. You leave these Void Rays back at home for defensive purposes, and that's pretty much the show. At this stage in the game, continuously getting Void Rays ain't gonna be it, in my opinion. I don't think he should be going that. He needs to tech switch. I'd be getting and going into charge lots with Archon at this point, stopping Void Ray production altogether. You know that you're still getting Void Rays. You have to think, okay, what's my opponent likely going to try and do to counteract these Void Rays? And that's likely going to be Hydras. So if the Hydras do come, you're already going to have your charge lot. You can start hoarding up your gas, getting ready to tech switch, or get into tier 3, like getting into your Archon, and then of course getting that 3rd base, because right now Zerg is still on 2 base. He's still getting static defense. He's a little rattled. He doesn't know if you're gonna all in him or not. I do like that he is being proactive with these Void Rays. After this one right here, I'd stop Void Ray production altogether, but that's me. He's getting another one. Adam, I think he's just going to commit to this.
Yeah, I guess maybe he's just decided that if he's going to do it, now's the time. He's going to be real careful here, though. Nice pick. No heal on the Queen there. Gets a pick. That's important. And anything and everything right now is important for Made in China in terms of trying to get himself back into this. He is getting once again, I'm back from vacation, and Colossi are still being produced here on LAGTV. He's got 1 in the chamber right now, and he's getting speed lots upgraded at the moment. So I guess, I think he's probably on the same page as you, Mr. Black. We're not seeing him produce more Void Rays. He is attempting to just kind of do as much harassment work and getting whatever he can with these while he's getting ready for this tech switch, which will be the appropriate one at this time, as he's probably seen, because we're getting Hydra. We're also seeing the Spire go down, and that's kind of the route that he's going to have to take here in the not too distant. So I think Made in China is doing it right. He's doing okay.
Yep.
But despite the fact that we're seeing him 86 to the 57 right now, it's kind of misleading because he does have some work ahead of himself to be prepared for this next round of Zerg.
Yeah, no, he's doing well. I mean, he's being very proactive with his Void Rays, so I can't gripe him on that. He is getting picks. He took down 2 spore crawlers, a few drones there. He's now, again, just like I predicted, going to be going into Hydra. He's really scared the tits right off MRAC here. I mean, there is so many spores, which is really slowing him down, and I think the best thing that Made in China is doing right now is negating that third from coming up. Stop that drone from getting that third base, and now he's getting a third himself. So well played here. I think he's doing well. I'd like to see some more gateways go down. I think the third was a little bit late. You know, one pylon here makes me a little bit nervous. I'd like to see a cannon in each mineral line, just in case any Ling run-bys, but doing great by double pumping upgrades. Still getting Void Rays, so really committing on that. And like you said, getting Colossus. Charge lots are there, so charge is upgraded. So Thermal Lance is happening as well for your extended range. And now we have MRAC moving up the map with just, 9-ish Hydras, which aren't going to do a whole lot, even to these Void Rays in the ground, let alone the Colossus that are out there. And it is very clear that Made in China not budging on the tariffs at this point. And it's holding it down and saying, nah, you know what? Let's just see who let's see who caves first.
Well, right now, I know. It's a minefield of fuckery. Speaking of minefields of fuckery, what a force field split and rip.
China lost the Terrafor. I mean,
no, China won the Terrafor.
Well, I guess you're right. But I don't think that's going to happen in real life, unfortunately. But here in StarCraft, it worked. It happened. It happened.
It happened.
Go China.